Have you back?
Yeah, great to be back.
Firstly, let me just ask you this. Why have you taken this rematch?
Because I want that title back there that he took for me last time. So I want it back.
I saw you trying to grab it at the start, actually, as well. He didn't give it up, though.
Yeah, it looks real shiny over there.
I've heard you describe that first fight as a wake-up call. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so exposed a lot of mistakes that me and the team made in the camp, and it's about like correcting those and going to the next fights in whatever, not overlooking Zhang, but need to get those things right. And it kind of exposed them and like made me have to deal with them and really focus and get dedicated in what I'm doing, more dedicated in what I'm doing, and just really improving and to come back stronger and grab that title back.
How big are these changes that you've made this time around then? How does it compare to the camp for the first fight? Well,
it's just like small changes here. Like, a lot of small changes make a big difference. And that's what we've done.
We'll come back to you. We're going to bring in the champion now, the defending WBO interim heavyweight champion, Mr. Zhilei Zhang. Kurt, of course, from the management team, will be translating as ever. And I just want to ask Zhilei, how does he look back on the biggest win of his career back in April? How does he reflect on that win over Joe Joyce?
现在对4月份的比赛赢下来是什么感想
？4月份打完比赛拿到这个腰带，当然离我的目标更进一步。现在他说他要再抢回去，我想说，我就是一只饿虎，我喜欢老虎，我就是一只饿虎，我只可能去捕猎。如果想从我嘴里去夺食，那你要付出代价。
Well, I really enjoy myself after the first victory back in April, and I saw Joe today. He's trying to grab the title back. I just want to say I'm the tiger, and I'm hungry, and you don't take food out of the tiger's mouth.
I love these quotes. You always come up with something. Hopefully he did say that, but yeah. Fantastic.
What about out of his plate? Can I take it out of his plate?
Well, do you want to tell him that about the plate?
I want to take it out of his plate.
这是你的食物，他就把
not out of his mouth.
一番战的时候，他就已经成为我的猎物，因为一番战我说过，他选择我就是他们整个团队的失误，是他们团队的失策，然后马上启动2番战，他们团队又犯了一个更大的错误，这将结束他的职业生涯。
For the first fight, you give me the opportunity, but your team made a mistake for choosing me, and your team is going for the rematch, which is a bigger mistake, and I'm here to end your career.
These are heavy words, Joe Joyce. He's here to end your career.
Well, let's see it then. Let's have it.
那就来吧。
我们这一期训练营做了很充分的准备，针对乔伊斯的特点，我们专门请了3个陪练。第一，出拳量要比乔伊斯多得多的阿隆索；第二，要比乔伊斯出拳重的 Dimitri；第三，要比乔伊斯体重更大的 Buck。乔伊斯说他增重了，他可能会上我施压，会向我压过来。然后中国有一句谚语叫“打铁还需自身硬”。
So in this camp, I just want to say that I have 3 different sparring partners. I have one that throws more punches than Joe. I have one that punches harder than Joe, and I have one that weighs a lot more than Joe. And in China, we say, if you want to pressure, I know Joe's going to move up, gain a lot of weight. And in China, we say that, if you pressure makes diamond, and pressure busts the pipes.
Well, Joe, let's bring you in here. Look, he's talked about you moving, putting on some more pounds for this fight. That was a real criticism after the first fight happened. People said Joe Joyce was too light, and that's why he couldn't impose himself on Zhilei Zhang. You look bigger, you look thicker, you look heavier. Is this something that's been on your mind as well?
Yeah, because it was like the sole focus of post-fight where all the comments were. So it was obviously something that I needed to correct and keep an eye on, but it's amongst a lot more different things different aspects of the camp and myself that I needed to build upon from the last camp, and I've just made sure I've ticked every box and crossed the T's, dotted the I's, and yeah, I'm coming for a victory this time.
You've got black the eyes.
Yeah.
Black the eyes.
Oh yeah, and not get my eyes black.
Well, actually, look, Zhilei Zhang has said, like when I went to see him at Heathrow Airport the other day to interview him, he made it very clear he is targeting your eye. How are you going to keep out of the way of that?
Well, that's good. Yeah, we'll see on the night. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, we'll see on the night.
Another one of the kind of comments that was levelled at you after that first fight was that perhaps Joyce was starting to believe the hype about his chin. Maybe he thought he was indestructible. There was the Terminator entrance and that kind of thing. Is there any truth in that, Joe?
Yeah, looking back in hindsight, it was a bad choice actually. Like with the Terminator and his eye busted, with the red light coming through, it didn't really go down. It kind of that didn't really go down to work in my favour. So this time we're not going to go with that. We're going to go with a different theme and with a different outcome.
Well, let me ask you, Zhilei Zhang. Look, you are the man. You won the first fight, but it feels like everyone was talking about, well, Joyce was too light. Joyce believed his own hype. Did you get the credit that you deserve for winning that night?
你赢了一番战之后，很多人都在说啊，乔伊斯体重太轻了才输掉的比赛。你觉得你得到应该得的尊重了吗？
我得到应该得到的尊重，因为在一番战打完之后，然后所有的全迷都看到了这场比赛。这场比赛在中国的播放量超过3亿次，所以说在中国，然后很多全迷也在期待着二番战。所以说，周六将是一场更精彩的比赛。
Yeah, I definitely think I got the credit I deserve, and because this whole fight in China alone create more than 330 million views in total. I think I got a lot of recognition here in the UK, in the US, and in China. So I think Saturday is going to be a even more exciting fight than the first one.
Joe, Adam said earlier that had the fight continued with no injured eye, you would have essentially gone on to stop Zhilei Zhang and everything would have gone to plan. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think there's moments in there where I was starting to get to work, but like the eye clearly was, starting to close up, and he was just he kept on hit. Like, I threw more punches, but he kept on hitting me with the more eye-catching, heavier blows, and they're very quick. So he's a good fighter, and but it's a tough test, and it's something that I'm got really up for, and it's a big hurdle that I need to crash through or jump over.
I love a Joyce press conference. Zhilei Zhang, let me ask you this. There seems to be a feeling from that side of the table that had the fight continued with no eye injury, you would have ended up losing that fight. What do you think would have happened had the fight continued without an eye injury?
他们觉得眼睛不受伤，他们就肯定赢了。
Maybe， 因为在一番战的裁判当中，确实有一位来自英国的裁判打分，在6个回合之内说他5个回合说乔伊斯领先，所以说赛前我讲过，我不会把结果交给裁判，我会把结果牢牢的攥在自己手中。这一战一样，我还会把结果攥在我自己手里。
Maybe. Because when you look at the scorecard, one of the judges had him up on the scorecard after the fight. So like I said, I'm not going to give judges any opportunities. I said it in the first fight. I'll say it again in the second fight. I'll do the same.
You've made it very clear that you are going after the eye. Tell us more about that.
你说要打他眼睛，再仔细说一说。
对，我知道他的弱点是他的眼睛，这一次我还会打他的眼睛。
Yeah, it's nice and simple. I know his weakness is his eyes. I'm going to go for his eyes. That's it.
Do you think 5 months is long enough for him to make the adjustments he needs to adjust to Zhilei Zhang?
5个月的时间够他做调整吗？
他调整不过来，他只能看着我的拳去打他的眼睛，他只能用眼睛去迎接我的拳。
No, I don't think so. I think 5 months is too short. He's gonna welcome my punches.
Was that welcome the punches? Was that? Like, he's going to
His punches are not welcome here. Okay?
No punches welcome. Look, Joe, let me ask you this: how important is this? I mean, we're having a bit of fun, bit of a laugh up here, but this is serious stuff on Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, very serious stuff. And I've trained seriously for this, so it's it's about time that I get my success and move on from this. But yeah, it's a big, tough test, and it's going to be a great fight Saturday night. So I'm really looking forward to getting the victory this time around.
All right, well, let's start wrapping it up now. Let's get a final message. Actually, Frank, I'll come to you first. Just a word on, it's a brilliant fight, live on TNT Sports in the UK, ESPN Plus in the States. We've got a great undercard as well, Frank.
It's a fabulous undercard, some real good fights on there. Some of our best talent in the UK are fighting on the show. So it's got everything. It's got a fabulous heavyweight fight. As I say, great undercard. But this heavyweight fight, I think, is going to be a candidate for Fight of the Year.
And of course, Anthony Yard, amongst others, returns on the card as well.
Yeah, Anthony's back. We was at the Arsenal last night watching them play. We seemed to have a good result there. So hopefully, though, that'll continue on Saturday. He'll do well. And the objective for him is to get that ring rust out of his system, and we're getting back in for a shot at the title by the end of the year.
All right, let's get final words down the table. Sean George, I'll come to you first. I think you've made your prediction very clear. You had echoes of Mayweather about what Adam Morley said. Give us your final thoughts heading into Saturday.
It's actually going to be a fun fight. It's going to be a good fight. I really do have a lot of respect for Joe. I've been watching Joe since 2014 when he was in amateurs in the chemistry cup. He's a tough, determined fighter, but Zhilei is the same. Skill pay the bills over here, though.
Adam Morley.
Yeah, look, we've got the utmost respect for Zhilei Zhang. He's a world-class fighter, and I think it's going to be a tremendous fight. I think that when people spar Joe, they say 1 round with Joe is like 3 rounds with someone else. I think the Zhang camp have spoken about just the knockout, but I think, you don't really judge them by their words, you judge them by their actions. They've gone into strength and conditioning. They know Zhilei needs to go longer, and it's going to get tougher and tougher with him in the fight. They probably anticipate that Joe's going to miss the backhand this time, and they need to go longer. And I think they're going to figure out what it's really like when Joe Joyce is on you, rounds 8, 9, 10, and that strength and conditioning won't help then.
Joe Joyce, repeat or revenge?
I don't like to say revenge, but a win will help. And then I can go on.
A revengeful win.
Yeah. Redemption.
Redemption on Saturday night for Joe Joyce. Let's get final word from the champion this time round, the WBO interim champion, Zhilei Zhang. What's going to happen in this fight on Saturday night? Tell us.
周六感觉会是什么样的结果呢？
周六的比赛肯定比4月份的比赛更加精彩，请大家拭目以待。
Wouldn't say repeat, but it's going to be more exciting than April. Please tune in.
All right, brilliant. Frank, any final words from yourself?
East is going to meet West, and on Saturday night, we're going to find out who's the best. It's going to be a great fight.
But
Drop that mic. Drop that mic. Goodness me. Thank you so much for joining us.